Alright, Redcat Everest Gen 7. It's back up on the bench. Done a couple of things to it. Not too many major details, but I thought I'd just go over some of the things. So starting up in the front here, quick video. Bumper is now, I took out the old bumper, this big kind of rock crawler style, good like beefy off-road bumper, and I cut out some of the other tubes from the roll cage that I wasn't using. Now we have this thing. So this is just, this part is from, I think, part of the, part of the roll cage I had already cut out, so I wasn't using it. Drilled some holes in it, bolted it on, put on some other, like, frame parts. The, top still needs to be, screws can be tightened a little bit. It's kind of loose. But yeah, it's a pretty solid bumper. I don't think it's going to come off anytime soon. But it is mounted the standard way, with those little kind of pegs on the inside screwed in. You'll notice I do not have a servo on it. I overtorqued it in the snow. Motor is now burnt out. See, I have the screws on there, but this servo is trash. Can't use that anymore. So moving back, over here onto the side, Intercoat sticker. Finally got that. Not actually a sticker. It's a printed piece of paper with some packing tape over it, but you can't really tell that it's just packing tape. A little bit of water got inside, kind of messed up the end. That's fine. You know, it's not meant to be like the newest looking of trucks. But yeah, that fills in some space pretty well. Same on the other side. A little bit more wiped out there. I did not notice that actually. So I might have to reprint this, do it again. It wasn't too bad. Just a couple layers of packing tape on top of that. We have window nets in. Let me move the camera up. I am using a tripod. See if that makes it any better. Let's see. This is zip ties and Harambe's finest Gorilla Tape. Just as a safety measure. Notice that quite a few Jeep Speed and just rally trucks have that on. Obviously, kind of weight reduction. From a distance, doesn't really look like zip ties and tape, but yeah. Now coming over to the back, spare tires. All of the spare tires are on this. These are all from the WL Toys 12428. Tires do fit on it. They look ridiculous, but I thought I would just kind of slap them on, zip tied in place. Pretty well done. 4 of them, so because like these tires obviously are much smaller than the tires I have on it right now, so if I wanted to, I could just cut all the zip ties, take off this tire, replace all 4 tires, then have a smaller thing. I know that with some scale competitions, you're only allowed to carry and replace stuff on your truck with parts that are also on your truck. So like, say there was like kind of a slower rock crawly part, maybe have these tires, put these for the faster part, and keep these for like a mud section. Seems like a good plan. Now, if we take this, open it up. I don't know if I did it last video, but mounting. It is now mounted with just some Velcro. Bring it closer. So, still not super neat on the inside. Velcro is also Velcro on the body, obviously, to hold it down. Over here on the fenders, or the inner fenders, a little bit of tape coming off the side. So now, for a while it was pretty annoying that when you put down the body, the inner fenders wouldn't be completely flush with it, which was like, whew, because it wasn't a major problem when I was running it, but now that's nice and flush. No, I was out in the snow, no snow got in, which was great, only kind of on the side up to the top. Seat. He now has a seat belt. Well, both drivers have seat belts. This one's for the secondary driver. Just kind of some zip ties. Let's see. Rotate this around. Just some zip ties to hold them in place. So kind of one around the waist. The second one for Hopper, there's more of a race harness. Now, as for the battery, little something I did to it. So for a while, I'm saying this again, aren't I? Battery was a little bit of an eyesore. It had the I think it's a 3800 milliamp hour labels on it, but now it's not bad. I have it kind of disguised as a fuel cell with this is just a piece of wood that I painted and then put some black dots on. So there's that. So when it's all kind of done up and in place, looks a little bit less like an eyesore of a battery, more of like a scale detail. I think that should get me some scale points for having a fuel cell. When I have it stored, I just have the wire wrapped under here. There we go. Close up on some of the decals. I did take some off because it looked a little bit like I had just thrown decals on it, but yeah, there we go. The Redcat Everest Gen 7 Rally Cat, Jeep Speed Cat, I don't know what I'll call it. I had a name, a financial disaster that ended up being a little bit of a disaster, so now I have this. So thank you all for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you liked, like the video if you liked even more, and yeah, see you next time.